Hey there folks, I've literally just opened up Train Sim World 4 for the first time. The intro graphic looks good, but this is obviously just the trailer. So let's click in and let's experience the game. I'm not going to sign into my DTG account because I can't be bothered right now. Let's skip that and let's see how we do. No thanks, because I'll just sign in. I'm going to import an existing profile. Yep, I'll import that one, that does. Yep, we'll continue to that. So there we go. Yeah, I understand. Ooh. Okay, so I've got to agree to it, that's fine. So we'll do standard because I understand my way around the game. We don't need to begin with training, which is it's good that you've got the option to skip that now. I like that from a UI perspective. Big thumbs up to the UI guys. So it looks like we've only got the core TSW for routes in the game. I've got Nakavenda Dresden because I own it, but I have only bought the special version, which is basically these routes plus the Vectron. What we're going to do is we're going to go for East Coast Mainline South, or East Coast Mainline Peterborough Doncaster, because that is, for me, that's home turf at this point. So it's pushing me down a journey route. How do I look at this as a... Oh, choose a route. There we go. And we'll do a timetable survey. So we'll do the 801. And we've got the 8011 and the 8012. Okay, so hopefully that's been fixed. Let's do the 8011, which I think is the 5 car. So it's basically just going to be mobilising it and running it into Doncaster. We can do that. That'll work for me. So we Doncaster car IEP to York. This is going to be my first look at the 801. This video will probably go live on Friday. Happy Friday to your faces. It's literally 23:02 on Thursday night right now, so that's why I've just got home and I wanted to play this, and I also wanted to document my first opinion on it as soon as I picked it up. So, let's see. Oh, I've got some achievements. So I've driven any locomotive for 20 miles, any locomotive for 50 miles, any locomotive for 5 miles. Presume that's because my thing's brought forward. I'm a proclaimer now because I've driven any locomotive for 500 miles. I think the achievement's broken, so well done for that, Jordan. Let's have a look at Steam, actually. Wait, hello? Oh, what I need to do, actually, is tab into the game. I forgot this. I always forget this when I first play the game. So, we're playing Borderless because we are YouTubers. And Ultra on the presets, we'll apply that. Yep. And then Advanced Settings, Ultra, Max FPS 60. Basically everything will be to that set. I'll set that to 200. TAA. Bosh. There we go. And I'll put the hood on because it's the first time playing with that today. We are on shed here at Car Depot. So we'll key on. Also, that screen only comes on when you key on, by the way. Reverse it to neutral. Stepping out the cab. Just so that we can get our... No fault reset, interestingly. But you've got obviously AWS 4 kicking in there. Reverser forward. As we're on the shed, and there's no overhead line here, I'm going to start the GU. The GU should be started now. High. And down. Engine start. Diesel mode selected. Oh wow, the GU is bad. I've got the game audio turned up very high, by the way. I will fix this for later videos. But I've never seen one of these move on GU before. So GU, sorry, so on 800 series units, the diesel engines are not called engines, they're called generator units, or GUs for short. Of course, I should be on markers only as well. So it'll be dimmed for shunting in the depot. Taking a 5-car Azuma out, and you've got a thing on the back. I'm not sure. This may just be an 801 thing. I've never actually sat in this seat on an 801, but obviously, as you guys know, in a former life, I signed competency on Class 803s, and I couldn't see the CCTV box if I was sitting in this seat, like in the driver's seat. That's just my thoughts. So I don't know if this could just be a different design on the 801s. I'm not going to deny that in the slightest. Yeah, so we're going to pan up once the train leaves the shed. LNER units use the rear pan, so we'll say wait until we clear the shed. We're rolling around into Doncaster P1, P3. We'll pick our catering crew up probably. So it's a bit of a wrap around there. Let's look at the external camera. Got the correct branding there for Hitachi, which is good. You normally have a couple of units sitting on shed even in the middle of the day, because Car Depot or Doncaster Depot gets a lot of the heavy maintenance work done there. This feels about right. This is from memory, and normally going past here you tend to see sort of ballast hoppers there, ballast wagons there, as opposed to intermodal. That doesn't seem right to me. I can't say why, but again, it doesn't seem right. What we're going to do now is go switch to, so we're going to pan up. We're at 5 miles an hour, so we can actually we'll stop the train. Do this properly. I presume anywhere in the depot is strengthened so you can pan up on the move, but I'd rather just bring it to a stand. So that is a snag. The yeah, so the pans, you generally have the rear pantograph come up when you are on electric mode on an 800 on an 801. Generally speaking, on the East Coast, Hull Trains units and Lumo units use front pan, LNER units use rear pan. Also, 801s having identity crisis, it thinks it's 801234, even though we asked for an 8011 unit, and it's an 801234. 801234 is not the vehicle number. Actually, 801234, that would be the correct vehicle number, at least. Let's just see what we've got here. So we've got sounds in the TMS, key codes, we've got the brightness settings. We've got, okay, so we've got like a decent level here. So it would be the rear pan. So if we then pan up, no, the rear pan's not bothered. So we'll just say that for whatever reason, for purposes of today, I suppose, the rear pan's the rear pan's been isolated due to a mechanical fault on the unit. Move away on electric. You can see it's a lot quicker away on electric than it is on diesel. Speeding a little bit there, so I'll bring the speed back under control. We're going to creep around the side of the shed here. We're due in... We don't actually have time to arrive at the station yet. But that is interesting. We're on the north side of the unit. It's going to be quite interesting to do a walkthrough actually and see how accurately this has been modelled. Because the interior is something that is actually quite specific on this unit. Also, we've got the new hood on this, I guess, as well. That's quite interesting. So the new... I do like the little sort of what's going on in front of your hood. I think the TS Classic version is still better. But at least it gives you an idea of sort of speed changes without having it all sort of clumpily listed on one side. And you can see obviously multiple speed changes. So I can see going from 15 to 25 to a 15 to a 35. So we're not going to have high speed running in this video. This is really a first look at the traction itself. And to be honest, if you're taking a train out for the first time, you probably shunt it across the shed. Also, that feels decidedly more high-res than that. Oh, dovetail. I saw parts of the stream and I thought, that's interesting. But yeah, we'll have a walk through of the unit. In fact, we'll do it now because if I do it in the station, We'll get to the departure signal and we'll come to a stand there. So I do it in the station, the train will try and drive away with me in it. And I do want to have a walk through the unit because, so whilst I do not sound competent on 801s, well, I didn't sound competent on any R's units, I have unofficially helped out when sort of staff have needed help. Always do stuff that's not safety critical, but I've got an awareness of the layout of the units. You know, I know what buttons it should have, and so on. So we'll get up to the departure signal here at the end of the depot, and then we'll stop there and have a look through and figure out the onboard features. In fact, really, we're on the departure road now. We'll just say that's a red, not a yellow. Ooh. So set to neutral. So the cab layout, this feels right, if I'm honest. This feels right. We've got, that is correct. That's absolutely spot on. I like that. Hazard lights. Yep, they're implemented. That's good. DSD pedal up and down. So that actually, and the pedal moves. That's the correct pattern on the pedal. This is done well. So you've got your, so EC, I never knew what that button did. RS, never knew what that button did. IC, core, internal core, or PA. PA is the entire train. Selected PA. You're selecting the TMS, which coaches you want to PA to. And then lift the handset and got a little button under there that you depress to be heard. You've then got your little reading light there. Just shut the cab down. But that, I had it in neutral so the DSD shouldn't sound blind. You've got your mum's box there, fire extinguisher, first aid kit. If I'm being pedantic, at least on Lumo units, that was green. You've got your door locking method here as well. So basically, you open the door, but you open the door part way, you set that, which basically locks the door when you leave. So at the moment, that door's unlocked, so I can get in from the outside just by pressing the handle down. There, it'll be, oh, you can see it's covered there, is the hole for your key. So you basically open the door with that, could lock the door. I can't obviously just play it's modern TS, which is fine. You've got the little tablet charger there, because any of our drivers have tablets on there, that's correct. You've got your mum's cupboard here, non-simulated. Cab door opens. That's good, so you've got your PAU, that's correct. We'll shut the doors when we get into the cab. So, pet peeve, this panel here, I believe, is a Hitachi key. So it's 8-sided, so you can't open it with the standard T key, only Hitachi fitters can do it. Yeah, so it's the same for a lot of these panels here. Let's walk through though. That is really clean. Okay, this is incorrect. So on a 5-car Azuma, standard class does not have the wheelchair space here. There's basically just a row of seats here. UAT standard, this is your J2 cupboard, this is where you've got your coupler and your door nets, bin. Bin is designed correctly, so this is how you'd open the bin to replace the bin bag, but you can also lock this flap by putting your key in there and twisting. You've got your emergency equipment there, which is your ladders in this part of the train. Coach B as we enter it. Nope, I want to continue to drive my train, thank you. Coach B, B's boring because there's nothing here. Apparently it's having an identity crisis, it's Coach D. Toilet and luggage storage. Yeah, so B is baggage, so that's how I remember that as well. Coach C, on a 5-car, this should have a catering facility in it. Oh no, that's the next coach. No, this coach, there should be a little catering area here. Well, this has been modelled well. And then you go into first class. First class looks correct. I've sat on one of these seats before. This is accurate. That feels weird to do in a video game. And then go all the way through the unit. And we're in first class. First class as well, on a 5-car unit, there's an extra row of seats because the catering area is slightly smaller. Just an extra row of seats without a window, basically. And then, yeah, that seems, again, this feels about right. You've got your bins there, you've got your ovens. There's a special touch to actually open those. And then you've got your crew seats here. These are the comfiest seats on the train, in my opinion. So my main feedback so far on the 5 cars, the number's wrong. The numbering's wrong. The coach layout is wrong. The coach lettering is wrong because coach B is not. Yeah, they got them the wrong way around. The really annoying thing here is, in terms of, hang on. So this coach here would have a catering area there because it's C for colouring on one of these, I believe. And so that would have a catering area. It doesn't. That's problematic. Yeah, it's just. It feels like they spec'd a 9 car, which is fair enough. But then, when they spec'd a 9 car, we'll key on, so. And then. Thank you. Beep, 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 beep. No hustle alarm, interestingly. Audible. Fair enough. Ooh, that's a point, actually. I'm going to check one more thing before we move away. I don't care if it dumps the emergency brakes on us. At this point, I was told this works. So stand at the guard point. There we go. So, that's not right. You've got all PA. You've got intercom. And I don't know. I've not actually looked in the guards panels, but I know in the catering areas, it also, like, all standard, all first. But we'll key on at the door. So buzzer only. That should give me buzzer control because we've got interlock. Won't allow me door release. Because I am keyed on at this door. So that should be flashing. The coach, basically the coach you position yourself at, you key on at. That coach will the door panel flashes basically when you're dispatching. It basically tells the station staff where the guards are actually positioned. So we are in neutral. We shouldn't have DSD sounding, but we are keyed on. We've got door control because we're taking it back. So if I do a door release, I'm going to test this since we're in the shed. The train's empty. Door release. So you get your door release alarm. That's correct. And then if I do a door close, no hustle alarm at all there. I'll be honest, this is starting to feel unfinished. Notch 3, let's go. The performance is good, and to be honest, Car Depot doesn't feel right if I'm blunt. Let's fly back over and have a look at it whilst we roll out of the shed. I've not seen photos of inside the train wash area, but the depot itself, actually this isn't bad. Yeah, this is about right. So, no, I retract that statement. This is about right. Yeah. Next, you come down. I've seen photos of it. It's sort of very white inside. It's a lot lighter than this. But yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's about accurate. Like I say, I admit when I'm wrong, and in that instance, I was wrong. So there you go. Right, we're just going to be easing our way out the shed now. Single amber red ahead. Well, actually, that's a single amber there, red ahead. This is correct though, in terms of symbology. Not sure about the clock on there. We'll ask one of my driver friends to look at that. ETCS, that isn't, it's simulated on the route, so no implementation in the game yet. But ETCS isn't in the game at all. And we've been upgraded to a green, so we've got the road into the station, from what I understand from that. It, to be honest, feels incredibly quiet. So this feels, if I'm blunt, half done. If I just do a running brake test, bring us to a stand, and then I'm going to rag it full power away. Okay, that's not terrible. I don't entirely the pitch feels a bit high, but the sound is right, if that makes sense. Interestingly, neutral section here. I think that's what those magnets are for. And we've got some trap points which are set for us, so we're clear to depart. 35 on the signal ahead. We'll see, does this trip us out? No, it doesn't. So I think that must be an error. We'll just coast past it and then take power again. Yeah, so the unit numbering is incorrect. I'm not going to actually. We'll have a look at the new feature for photo mode. This is great. This, to be honest, whilst it's not a feature that's got me buying the game, so if I bring depth of field in, focal point. Oh, hello. And then depth of field in. There we go. We'll grab that photo there. That'll probably be my thumbnail. How to take the photo? Save. So I get saved to my PC hopefully, and then I'll go in the cab. So we'll brake on again. And go 35 passing. So we can clear up to 15 now. And 35 once the tail of the train passes that. Overall though, so far, this train feels rushed. And the problem is, none of these bugs, except for the sound, I just don't think it's right. Except for that, none of these bugs are show-stoppingly awful. Like I say, there's the lack of the catering area. That is just a simple affair, quote-unquote, of changing the formation to include a Coach G. The coach lettering, I mean, I refer you to... I've got the RH... That's interesting, I've got the RHTT 66s there. Got a 5-car Zoomer going through. You don't tend to see many 5 cars this far up the route. This is just from personal experience. You tend to see 5-car 800s doing your Lincolns. And that 5-car Zoomer is a flyer. Let's see where he's off to. Uh-oh, help. Is he seeing if he diverges... If he diverges left, which it doesn't look like he will, he'll be going to Leeds, which you sometimes see them on Harrogates. Nope, okay. What are these? Are these point motors? Is that what they're going for? They look like... Must be point... That's weird. Just a weird asset choice for point motors, but fair enough. I'll be honest, I don't have point motors, like... I'm not an expert on them, so I might be wrong. Well, I'll turn the hood off. So you are seeing a bit of FPS drop coming at the station, but it's still 49 FPS and I'm on max settings, which is fair enough. Got a 9-car Zoomer going the other way. We'll pull into a stand and then go and have a look at him as he runs south and just do an interior tour. 250 yards to the stop, red signal ahead. Doesn't stop as well as I'd expect it to, but I've not. Again, I have actually driven the Azuma simulator, but that didn't involve any sort of stopping in stations. It was just an ETCS demo, which I'll talk about in a future video. I'm actually going to be at this station this weekend because I'm going down to Retford, and you'll see some trains videos hopefully from that. Oh, been kicked out the seat. Ooh, actually, I want to have a look at the driver uniform. That'll be good to see. Yeah, fair enough. That is what our drivers look like. Anyway, I'm going to hand off to her. I'm going to disembark and see you later. Let's get on the back. No, don't leave. On. Huh. That's not supposed to work like that. Fair enough. When's my next train southbound? 25 minutes. Hello, sir? Right, we'll have a quick look at a 9-car Zoomer. But overall, my thoughts there were... Why? Why? But already got Lumo 803. To be fair, actually thinking about it, a Lumo 803 would be more accurate for the way they got the 5 cars laid out in this. So I respect that. I respect that. Right, timetable mode. Let's quickly pick up a 801. I'm going to probably do a first look on the Vectron as well at some point. 801-2s, fair enough. We've got that. Let's just do Edinburgh to Kings. So we'll be in Doncaster again, and I'm going to walk through the train this time. I'm just going to have a little look. We're walking northbound, so we'll walk through first class, see what the layout is, see how it's correct, and go from there. Right. I'm going to mobilise the train here. We'll let the AI take over and run it. But so looking down here, you've got the cabinet here. Not sure which of these you actually use in the game, but fair enough. I'll accept it. Yeah, so this is your mom's cupboard. You've got a lamp, like a Bardic lamp, and some of the stuff in there, which basically is for the mom to come on and use. It's not really an electrocution hazard, but I'm not sure if that sticker may be there. Yeah, that is the door stop, but that's accurate. Oh, I forgot actually. Let's have a look here. That's cool. So this is your coat hanger. So you press that and it shoots out. Quite cool. You can key on there. Again, it's not been implemented properly though. Let's shut the door. Cab 8, that's... I actually believe the North End cab is cab 8. And, yeah, so these mats, they're accurate. I'm not sure they're on that door. I've never seen this door actually shut. I'd be... Part of it is like, you need a fire door, so I guess that's why that's there. But yeah, I've never seen that shut. Got a little coat hanger, sorry, a little coat cupboard there. That's accurate. That's that's where all your full English breakfast is prepared if you're in first class. That is an oven. That's brilliant. I love these. Chuck a Greg's ham and cheese baguette in there. 30 seconds, perfectly toasted. Um, um, that's accurate. There's a little lock on there as well, which is like a little red thing you're kicking over. So this is actually correct. So internal doors, you can lock them out with a T key. Put a T key in there, lock it, and it locks the door. So, for example, if there was like a broken window in this coach, you may lock that out. Hey guys, this is coach M. So these seats here and those seats there are non-reserved. Passenger alarm unit. Jesus Christ, that's a bit terrifying. That hole's way too big. Yep. So about to move away. That hole's way too big. That's just a T key slot. So you can basically put your T key and twist to reset. Working our way down. That's correct. Yeah, on the 9-car, that's correct. So they've had a 9-car to test it with, or to record on. I'll get reference from. Sorry. A hustle alarm there. If I really quickly stand at the guard station, key on. So you get the hustle alarm now. That's interesting. That's not how that works. If I've got door control, the driver doesn't. Anyway, that's not glossy. It's metallic. I think the metal actually runs sort of that ways. But basically this is, so you've got your wheelchair ramp in this cupboard here. You use a T key, fold this out, and then the studs on the ramp, click into there. Let's watch the train at the station. So this wouldn't be a place to dispatch from. You dispatch from the rear of the train, so you get as much visibility on the platform as possible, but it is what it is. So this is just going to be a video of me walking through a train, but it'll be good to look at the accuracy. So there we go, we're away from the platform, right. J3 cupboard, I think that is. That's got your emergency equipment in there. Come on, lads. I'm not supposed to be able to see out the train. Coach L this would be. First class, through and through. From memory, there's not a luggage rack. I know there is a luggage rack there. That's right. And then, yeah, I've sat in these seats before on a journey, like those specific seats. We'll walk up the train. 8:58. This isn't B, it's Coach L. Ignore that. That's inaccurate on here as well. You've got a toilet and your luggage rack. So on LNER 9 car Azuma services, coaches B and L are your luggage storage coaches. So they've got the big racks in them. Coach C has got the AED in it because that's cardiac. Coach G has the cafe bar because that's G for good food. This is how I remember stuff on these trains, right? The sounds are fairly accurate. The coach layout, that's the correct seat layout, that's good. And then, there we go, this is the Coach K, this composite coach. That's how I remember that. Coach K leads us in, I can't remember the it's not alphabetical order. This could be H, I think, actually. We're fast to Newark on this one. So it's not a problem. I'm actually going to Retford, and the all the Anglo-Scots basically bar one don't stop at Retford. So come on, guys, that's not a difficult one to fix. So this would be H here. It must be H because this is G with the cafe bar. So Hitachi calls this a level 3 catering area. I like to see cafe bar. I like that. That's fairly accurate branding. On your left here, this is on LNER services. This is a storage area. On Lumo, this is your L5 catering. So you've got one. So this doesn't exist on Lumo. You've got your level. You've got your 3 fridges. You've got 2 chilled, 1 ambient, worktop, an oven, and then in this cupboard here, you have your trolley. And that's there on LNER as well. So this has a window, and you can see inside. There's a window here as well. That's not a cupboard, that's a window. Again, that's... Come on, like... I know there's major issues with this, and that's just one of them, but... Thing is, a lot of the issues I'm seeing are really basic issues. Like, getting the coach numbers the wrong way around, or coach letters the wrong way around. Numbering units to trains that don't actually exist. As far as I'm aware, there's no interlock as well. I've not tested that, though I've been told that. Like, you can open the doors on the fly. Let's test that, actually. Let's get to a door panel here. That's B, so... Shouldn't be a door panel here. Good, there isn't. Let's head to A, not Coach M somehow. Let's see what this actually thinks this is. Coach I? Like, what reference did they look at? No LNER trains have a Coach I. So if I key on... Okay, can't do it with that. That's good. It's not my train, to be fair, so... It's a decent chance as to the reason why I can't. And then we'll go right the way to the back door. So this would all be completely electrically dead. That would, you could turn that on if you wanted to. Cameras, that's not simulated. No, that's just not. Yeah. So so far, we do that so we can go to an external camera. Ooh, is this a passenger or crew seat? That is down. Being a passenger seat, that's fun. Anyway, we'll hang back here. We'll knock the desktop audio back of it so I can actually hear myself over the train. I'm not overwhelmed with how great this is. Let's say that much. I'm not overwhelmed with how great this is. When I did this, as you guys may know, I moderate for a YouTuber called Dadra, a guy called Richard. He's a real world train driver. And we did a little live event in the Discord, and we discussed it, and I said, I'm worried that the reason they haven't previewed East Coast Mainline South yet is it's not finished, and it's broken as hell. And Richard said, oh no, it'll be the piece de resistance, it's what everyone wants, ... No, It's broken as all hell. We'll do a proper review in a future video. Hilariously, this one thinks it's 801.234 as well. I've only focused on loco art and loco setup. Teams work here. And I found a pile of bugs. They're not even hard bugs to find. Like, there's stuff that I've sort of spotted because I know my units. Things like running on rear pans instead of front pans. I'll give them that, even though you look at Google Images, all of the, a 10-car Azuma will run on front pans on the front unit, rear pans on the rear unit, just so it doesn't wobble the overhead line too much, as far as I understand. But a 9-car or a 5-car always runs off rear pans and LNER as of time of recording, which is the 21st September 2023. This may change in future. It's just, like I say, there's stuff that I know because I know my units, but all of the stuff that I've picked out about train layout, I will show you how you can do this at home. Hang on, whilst opening incognito window in Google Chrome, so I don't thingy you guys with this. Window, there we go. Right, wonderful. So, there's your coach numbering. Here's your coach layout. You'll see on like I said, a 5 and 10 car Azuma, coaches M and coaches E have seats 1, 2, and 3 here, which basically don't have a window and other rearmost seats in the coach. You've then got your standard table seats there. On a 9 coach Azuma, you don't have that. That's clearly visible. On a 5 and 10 coach Azuma, coaches G and B have a cafe bar, not according to DTG. Come on, guys. Like I say, the issues I am finding here, they aren't hard to find. It's not like I've hopped around on my desk on one foot, recited 3 Hail Marys and found an issue after I've done that. I've just walked through the drain and verified against my traction knowledge. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. On Monday, I'll be bringing you a route running video from Peterborough up to Doncaster. We'll cover the route in a bit more detail then. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.